Woywood with Woywood Family Chiropractic. And today I want to talk to you about hydration. There's a lot of information and misinformation out there about this subject. So, first, let's talk about the myths, and then we'll talk about the truths. So, the first myth I want to talk about is that you have to drink 1 ounce of water for every 2 pounds of body weight every day. That is simply not true. That's totally and completely arbitrary, and how much water you need varies from person to person. In fact, even the number 8 glasses of water per day is arbitrary. It's not true. You need to go by urine color. Urine color is the final analysis of whether or not you are properly hydrated. Your urine should be a light yellow color. It should not be a dark yellow, and certainly not orange or red. Those are both pathological signs. So it should be a light yellow color, kind of the color of lemonade, but it should be clear, not cloudy. You can also determine your sweat loss during exercise to see how much water you need during exercise. You simply weigh yourself before and after exercise, and every pound of weight that you've lost during exercise needs to be replaced. That's water loss that needs to be replaced. So about 2/3 of it needs to be replaced, not all of it. So if you've lost 1 pound, that's 16 ounces, which is a pint is a pound. The world around is what they used to say. So a pint of water weighs about a pound. And so you need to replace 2/3 of that, or about 10 or 11 ounces of water for every pound that you've lost. So you can check that out once or twice. Then you know how much you sweat according to the weather conditions and that. So that's how you know how much water to drink per day. Now, another myth is about thirst. And the myth is that it's not a sign of dehydration, when in fact it is. It is the earliest sign of dehydration. Now, the simple solution to this is when you're thirsty, drink. What should you drink? Well, you should drink water, unsweetened tea, unsweetened coffee. These things will replace the water that you've lost. We're going to talk more about that in a moment. Now, there's a myth that caffeine is a diuretic, and that's not true. In fact, studies have shown that 2 to 3 cups of coffee per day have no diuretic effect. And if you drink more coffee than that, the mild diuretic effect of caffeine is actually offset by exercise. So if you drink caffeine and exercise, you don't lose any more water than if you weren't drinking caffeine at all. Now, sports drinks are better than water is the fourth myth I want to talk about. And that is absolutely not true. Water is, as I said, superior for exercise up to 1 hour. This stuff right here is not necessarily this brand. It can come out of your tap if you want to. But this is the best stuff for hydration and for replenishing lost fluids. In fact, bottled water is not the best source for water. Filtered water is the best source for water. By the time it's been sitting in this bottle long enough for it to get to you, all of the oxygen bubbles have filtered out of it, or have actually risen out of it to the top of the bottle. And I suppose you can shake it up if you want to get it oxygenated again. But the best way to do it, and the cheapest way to do it, is to put a carbon filter on your sink and get fresh water that's been carbon filtered to get rid of all those nasty tastes. So then, if you've been exercising more than an hour, then you do need to replenish some electrolytes. Now, most people immediately think of this stuff right here, and that is not the best choice. This has way too much sugar and has way too many expensive electrolytes in it. Yes, it tastes good, but it's a lot of sugar and a lot of stuff that you don't actually need. In fact, research shows that this is a better choice for rehydration after exercise. Yeah, well, maybe not this brand. This just happened to be what it was in the fridge from a party that we had. So you might want to choose a different brand. But beer is actually superior to Gatorade in rehydration. Now, of course, I'm not recommending that you drink beer if you have problems with medical or philosophical problems with alcohol, but it's an illustration that Gatorade and those types of sports drinks are just not the best thing to use. They're more like candy, really. And you don't need anything except water unless you've been exercising strenuously for more than an hour, such as long hikes and that sort of thing. And of course, sports. So then you might need something more than just water, but you certainly don't need Gatorade. And finally, myth is you can't drink too much water. Drink all you can because you can't drink too much. That is absolutely false. That is dangerously false. In fact, if you drink too much water, it dilutes your electrolytes. Yeah, and can cause hyponatremia, which is low sodium levels in your blood, which can stop your heart and kill you. In fact, there was such a case just a few years ago in a water chugging contest. The woman won the contest and died. So you can drink too much water. If you have any questions about this or any other health problems, please give us a call at 646-9060. That's area code 210-646-9060. You can email me at drwoywood, drwoywood, at att.net. And you can visit us online at www.liveoakcairo.com. Have a healthy, active, and fulfilling day, and we'll see you next week.